Declan, you've announced a 31-man squad for the Guinness Series games against South Africa, Fiji and Argentina. You've also said that there may be some more players to come into that, but included in it 4 uncapped players. Can you talk us through, first of all, those 4 uncapped players?
Well, that's the joy of being able to go out and watch the matches and see guys play consistently, and that's what these guys have done. You know, David Kilcoyne, which has put his hand up, played really well. He's improved week on in each match. You know, he's played here before in the Munster-Leinster match, so you know those experiences that he's gained have been great, and it is great to see so many loose-head props coming through that are all Irish qualified. Then we have Ian Henderson, who had a good under-20 World Cup. We brought him in just for the experience of September. Didn't seem to faze him. Has taken his opportunities with Ulster really well, and we feel that he deserves another stint with training with the senior squad. Richard Strauss has obviously been playing really well for Leinster over the last 3 years, and in fairness to him, I think it's an acknowledgement of that. He's overcome hugely stiff opposition in Sean Cronin, Damien Varley and Mike Sherry, who have done brilliant work for us over the last 12 months. And then Luke Marshall, you know, it's very important to play in the here and now. So whereas we've brought in Gordon, we've also been in touch with Paddy Wallace and with James Downey to make sure that they know that it's just a phone call away, but we need to make sure that through the age profile of the team has something in going forward, because it's possible that those 3 lads might finish up in and around the one time. So given that Luke Marshall played so well at the start of the year, and Mike Sherry has been playing so well with Connacht over the course since the start of the year as well, then too it's our job to make sure there's a good squad coming through.
Anthony Foley and Greg Feeker are in the coaching mix again, and you were delighted that they're free to be able to work with you.
I am, yeah. Like, it's a bit of adversity that happened last year, obviously, when Gert fell in, but Anthony fell in seamlessly with what we're trying to do. Knows our attack shape, knows our defensive systems. We believe they're in a good shape. Thankfully this time we have a small bit more prep time for this series than we had for the New Zealand tour. Also, the players are an awful lot fresher, so I believe that we can put a little bit more on them in terms of the messages we want to get across, and yet at the same time still keep them as fresh as possible going into what are going to be hugely physical encounters.
Hugely physical. South Africa, obviously. Fiji, known for playing a running game, but probably no less physical, and Argentina at the end. Three very important games with ranking points at the end of it. From a fan's point of view, what can we expect?
Yeah, well, the way the ranking point system works, I wouldn't even try and explain it on camera because it's quite detailed, but a bit like Heineken Cup matches, a score in Murrayfield or in Cardiff can have an effect on your ranking points over here, because there's a differential of over 15 points that's important. There's there's the fact that the home teams are under a little bit more pressure to win than the away teams. There's a whole sequence of events, and things are quite tight to make sure that we're at least in that top 8 position.
And finally, Declan, from the players' point of view, they were able to put New Zealand behind them in some ways and just get back out on the pitch and play. From the coach's point of view, it's always a hard one. You've had a big break since New Zealand. Are you excited to be back in camp?
Delighted. It's been a long time, and we're really looking forward to it.
Good luck in November, Declan.
Okay, thank you.